No, the cleaning was not like the doctors in this game. He did not smell me and say, "Ah, yeah, you're missing something, aren't you?" Take out a buzzsaw. All right, so we're going into the DLC stuff. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I didn't really take a look at this stuff, so I kind of want to take a look at it. Survival is just surviving as long as you can. Night Watch is kind of interesting. You play a Bobby attempting to clear our ongoing waves of downers off the street. That's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. Permadeath. Anyways, we're doing DLCs. So, Roger and James, they came from below. Lightbearer and We Fall Down. I'm pretty sure that's the order we have to play them in as well. Let me double check real quick, but I believe that's the order they were released in. Yes, they're all released there. So, yeah, so we'll do them all in order then. Should be pretty neat. So, Roger and James in They Came From Below. We'll do the hard difficulty again. That's fine. The ray guns run out of power. What?
I used to wonder if there were other forms of life, other people on other planets. I used to wonder if they would be friendly. I don't wonder that anymore. Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
I've got to save them.
Oh, 2 years before, huh? Yo, they got robots and stuff. Ah, okay. I think I'm shooting the right guy. Ha! I'm getting caught. People help me.
Bugger.
Yeah, it's out, isn't it? Oh, okay. I wasn't supposed to beat them all.
Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, it got worse. Why don't I back up a bit?
A few hours before.
Mo wanted me to buy. Why didn't I write it down? Maybe he already gave Viv the list. Oh, and I have to pick up that headlamp from Peggy. I hope that's not awkward.
Okay, we can run. So this must be before it got everybody being on Joy and stuff like that. It's before the fall. Bandages where Dr. F needs them. For I hope Viv has everything in stock. Shopping for Faraday, and I have to get the Bobby hat. Okay, that's fine. Oh, there's no map in this. Oh, interesting. There's something there. I see something there that's new. Okay. Yeah, so they were saying this is a lot more straightforward. Yeah, sure. Well, don't we have to do both of them? Yeah, so I guess it doesn't matter which one we go into. Hello! Hello, Vivian.
How have you been? I've got a list of things.
I know about you and James, you know?
You do?
Don't worry, your secret is safe with me.
Oh, good.
A lot of people don't like Irishmen. But I say, if someone can lose that ridiculous accent and go to the C of E, we must treat them as if they were actually British.
That's very kind of you. We're not Irish.
Of course you're not. A nod is as good as a wink.
Okay. What do you got for sale, Vivian? I have $400. I'm gonna buy some of this. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, we can't access any of that stuff?
Jolly good.
I'm so looking forward to the Battle of Flowers, aren't you?
I thought the weird mask had something to do with Joy. I mean, unless they were implemented before Joy became a thing. Probably have to get into the back here.
Just a minute.
Nope, never mind.
Roger Bacon! I haven't seen you in... How long has it been?
Look, sorry to bother. Dr. Faraday hoped you might be
come
done
in.
with...
Come in. I've just made a pot of tea.
I really can't. Dr. F's got me hopping today.
You always say that. You have frog. That came out a bit off, didn't it? Sometimes I just put my foot in it.
She loaned you her... that bobby hat with a headlamp on it.
Oh, I have no idea where it is. But I bet I could find it if you helped me look. I bet you'd be very stern as a policeman.
Peggy.
Oh, just say it. You wouldn't want me if I were the last girl on earth. You think I'm ugly and stupid.
No. You're clever and beautiful.
But there's just something horribly wrong with me. Look, take your stupid headlamp. I never wanted it anyway. I just wanted to see you.
Peggy, well, lovely to see you. Bye.
Oh man, she straight up locked her home up, huh? I can still see in your house. Where did you go? She like crying at the door. Alright. So, then we go back to Faraday's house, huh? Okay. Okay. It is a lot more straightforward, it seems. So far anyways. I can't throw a punch, but I got a cue, so obviously I get a weapon of some sort. So this is obviously like a couple hours before it all happened, so up until this point there's probably nothing going wrong. 12 unicorn songs. Yeah, just a bit much.
Oh, shit. James? James! Come in!
Oh no, James. So what I'm gathering from this is that he's gay. Oh, did you not see all of the interaction between the two of them during Arthur's playthrough? Ah, apparently.
She's trying to kill me.
Ah, okay. Not really? Okay, yes, he's gay. That's blocked. Okay. I think I got some short spikes then, huh? Guessing I don't have to loot a lot of stuff anymore, so that's a thing. Yeah, here's their bedroom. And these chests had things in them. You find the tickler in this one, which would be used to shock people. Dearest Moo, have you ever wondered how fertilized egg turns into a man? I mean, 1 minute he's a single cell, 9 months later he's waving his hands and fingers around, and he's got his personality too. My brother Francis was always trouble, never was happy longer than an hour, not even on his birthday. He was like that the day he came out. Wouldn't sleep, cried all the time, never did a nice thing for anybody unless he had a plan to get something back. Somewhere in that tiny egg must be all the instructions for building the man, mustn't there? A whole library full of instructions, no bigger than a strand of protein. Imagine that. An instruction set made only of molecules. Who could read such a thing? And yet, I must exist because the egg is too small to fit anything else. I wonder why you turned into someone I love. Oh, this must be between the two of them. I'm guessing. There must be so many different dice rolled each time a baby was made, and yet they all came out the right way. I wonder what I did right that God made a man for me to love. Love, puppy.
I wonder if we'd ever have got together if things had been different.
Gilded. Weird, but okay.
This is all going to be my fault somehow.
Go ahead and get rid of this.
Oh God, no.
Uh-oh.
James! James! Are you breathing? You're breathing. Okay. Okay. Dr. Faraday?
Yeah, she looks like she's doing fine.
Feel like I've been run over by lead balloons. What the hell did you do now, Pop?
I guess you're all right, James.
Where is she?
I think she finally made a portal.
Don't be ridiculous.
There was a hole in the floor, and she fell into it. Then the hole fell in with her, and they were both gone.
Well, in any event, we have to find her.
We don't know where she went.
She could be hurt.
Oh, all right then.
She must have left some notes somewhere. You know how she is about notes.
Maybe there's a hidden mechanism. It'd be just like her.
Could it possibly be the glowing
Why would
thing
she
over to the
hide a
side there?
secret
Maybe,
mechanism?
mayhaps. No, that's just a power cell. Ah, she gave me $5. real safe house you got here. Ah, here we go. November 4th, 1961. We seem to have hit some caverns. That's handy. The basement has become a bit claustrophobic with all my new friends. Dig we must. I better tell Watson to oil the hatch. Don't want awkward questions from Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And to think it all began as a root cellar.
Moo? You're too clever by half, Pop.
Okay. I didn't see any more notes down there unless I can, like, now... Oh, that's not a note I can pick up. There's a short spike. And there's a note. Numpty in Chief has set me to redo all his calculations. He nearly blew up the lab last Wednesday by dropping a decimal point. Haven't been sleeping well. Formula keeps chasing each other around my brain, trying to link up. Oddest thing, one of the formulas has two answers. The first is clearly what he wants, but every number has two square roots, doesn't it? A positive and a negative. So while it could be a positive particle going forth in time, it could equally be a negative particle going backwards. What would that mean for the curvature of space? Somehow it turns back on itself? Could you bend it all the way to two distinct points side by side? Of course, or just because the math has two solutions doesn't mean the physical reality corresponds, or does it? To try to explain any of this to his numptiness. The figures say I can open a portal, but I can't fix where the other end goes. That's rather useful or useless. Most of space is space. What's the use of a portal between stars? I suppose you could name the new constellations you were seeing whilst the void was sucking the air out of your lungs.
Portals. She was always talking about portals, but
Figures.
I never thought she'd actually be able to make one.
She's got figures. James and Roger, which of you numpties put away my slide rule? Do not put away my slide rule. Leave it on the lab table. That's where I use it. Now please locate it wherever you have hidden it and bring it back.
Of course, it's our fault. It's never her fault.
Ooh, I got a Jimmy bar. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna need 3 power cells to fire this up.
Oh, we're missing one. I don't think we could buy any in the other place, so there's got to be another one hidden around somewhere. Happy birthday cake. Ah, there's one. Okay, and there was no note in here. Yeah, right next to the fire. Perfect. Dearest puppy, Dr. F got a note on the blower about a new shipment of apples over the bridge. Going down to see how many apples I can get before they're all gone. I'll make you a crumble. Love
Why
your
don't we
Moo.
farm anymore? We used to farm.
I don't know. I don't care about running around. We can worry about that later. Okay, so it seems like that's pretty much it for the notes and stuff. So, power this something.
What was that in
There it is. Into the cellar we go.
basement.
We don't have a...
Oh, I'm not allowed to run down here.
We have a basement. Did she tell you we had a basement?
How the heck did you get in here? James.
Shut up, you.
I didn't say anything. How did you get down here? I'm gonna look for stuff before I press the button. Just in case there's any more notes and stuff. I don't think there is, but... Oh, whoa. Sorry about that. Okay, let's press it.
What do you think that button does?
Don't press the button if you don't know what it does. Sweet baby roses.
That was a lot down here.
Who built this?
Dr. F, I think. It just goes down and down, doesn't it? Shut up, Nick. What the hell was that?
That was obviously a robot.
Don't I feel stupid now? I can see it was a bloody robot! Why didn't she tell us she was making robots?
I suppose that's how she made this facility. But what is it for?
I guess we're gonna find out, huh?
Have you ever, in your wildest dreams, ever imagined a place like this?
Welcome to Rapture.
yes,
That's what I was thinking too.
It didn't have gravity.
Did you dream we were living on top of one?
Okay, what's down there? I don't know. Great day in the saga of experimental physics. At 3:07 a.m. I folded space in the Q dimension, opening a portal. If only I could lay it out to someone who kens the physics like I do. Good news is the whereabouts of the other end of the portal is not random after all. It is attracted to mass, so the odds of snapping to a planet are much, much higher. Bad news. The odds of snapping into a star are astronomically, haha, Helen, higher. As I worked out after I opened a tiny portal and melted half the lab. Thank Murphy I wasn't in front of it. Once I found out how to not stick a portal into a star, I'll try again. October the 31st, 1959. Quite hard concentrating today as idiots keep rapping on my front door begging for sweets. I'm going to electrify the fence. Fascinating news. More of those Bonnie blue crystals began growing on the walls the moment the portal opened and then kept growing until it closed. Are they a substance that wafts through the portal, or is their crystal matrix a function of the Q-dimensional fold somehow? I'm no materials engineer, alas, and if I told Numpty, he'd commandeer my lab.
My God, she did it. She made a portal. Why didn't she tell us?
Yeah, so the reason why I'm reading the notes in this is because it's a lot more straightforward, and all the notes in the main game were just super sporadic everywhere.
What a day.
Puppy.
Ooh, I'll take that. Yeah, give me all the healing balms you can. I don't trust this. We're gonna set something off and the robots are gonna attack us. That's what's about to happen. Alrighty, ray gun it is.
Touch that!
Why not?
You don't know how powerful it is. You don't know what it does, or how to make it work.
I just pull this trigger, don't I? Pew, pew, pew.
Fuck's sake, Roger!
Good job, Roger. Shoot red barrels.
Put
Okay.
that away. For God's sake.
You're no fun.
No, indeed. I am no fun at all.
Oh, someone's in a mood. I'm gonna go see what's behind those doors.
Don't you think we should figure out what this equipment does first?
Nope.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, then you stick around and be boring, James. I'm gonna go do the fun thing. I like how it like changes when I go to block. Is there anything of a... No, there is not. I'm gonna put this on. I'm a cool guy now. I'm a cool guy. Alright, let's go into here. Power? Sounds good. Sure, this won't be dangerous at all. And I have 2 more item slots, too. 3 and 4.
There's a robot here.
Oh, the radio works.
I don't think it's friendly. Could you come back and shoot it for me?
Yeah.
Sorry to be a bother. I just hate to think how you'd manage if I was dead.
I think we should go back upstairs and maybe start running and keep running till we've gone across a few bridges.
We have to rescue Dr. F.
What if there are more of these things?
That's why we have to rescue her. Something's obviously gone wrong with her robots.
Are you sure they're hers?
Obviously it was hers. It had her voice.
Yes. She must have recorded her own voice for the robots to use. But look at this writing. I've never seen writing like that. Have you?
What the hell is it?
Haven't you ever wondered where Motoline came from?
No. From the ground, obviously. What are you getting at, Rog?
I'm not sure yet.
You do know how to make a bloke feel thick. Look, you figure out whatever language this is, and I'll go and find Dr. Faraday.
You're hurt.
I'll be fine.
I'll go find her. You see what you can do with all those control panels. We'll stay in touch by radio.
Yeah, besides, I got a gun, too, so... Get at it, James. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. I didn't know that was a thing. That explains why it can shift into a blocking thing. Okay, that's kind of neat. Hey, Al Caring, thank you for the sub. 29 months in a row. Thank you very much. How is your day going?
Now, don't do anything stupid and get yourself killed, alright? I'll never forgive myself.
Uh-oh.
Did you just do?
Nothing?
Appear to have triggered a bit of the security system.
If I'm reading this right, you're near some sort of security room. Maybe you could unfuck things there.
Yeah, I'd say so. Wait. Oh, it's moving. Okay. I thought that was a little odd. Okay, well, melee is a lot stronger than gun. That's nice to know.
Those marks. This time on the wall. It's not hieroglyphics. I'd recognize Hangul or Devanagari.
Sorry, Pop. I forgot to go to the best schools.
Her portals. Do you think the other end could be terribly far away?
Like Scotland?
What if these are alien robots?
Well, it doesn't matter. We still have to rescue her.
No, it wouldn't matter to you.
I hate teleworking. Was it in a row? Yeah, it says it's in a row. Taking a break, need food. Stream element says in a row. Yes. Okay. Oh, this is like almost a year past the other one. It is a year past the other one. Okay. Learn more about engineering in the past month, taking apart that one robot than I learned in a year since I first taught myself. The thing was powered by a purple liquid whose active ingredient seems to be the purple crystals that have been forming all over my workshop. I calculated its energy density at 17.3 kilowatts to kilograms. We could use a new source of power in Wellington Wells. Wood gas is so tedious to extract, and wood from across the bridge is hardly free. I still have no clue where the owners of these robots have got to. Oh, so she didn't make the robots. Clearly, I will have to trap another robot and teach it to speak English. I wonder if I can learn their instruction set. Then I could program one to do useful things. Would be nice to have some help around the lab, especially help that doesn't feel the need to chat like those two idiots downstairs.
I knew it. Motorlings from outer space.
Interesting. What's going on, Ren? Stream Elements is dumb, maybe? Maybe. Kept something during the time he didn't stream? Didn't think so. Unless you canceled it, then yes, it will continue to... Okay, well, I can't go through there. Yep, well, that didn't work. Unless there's a button here I can... here we go. Here we go. Ooh, a grenade. Take that too. Absolutely. Thought I canceled, but I slept since then. Right,
If
right.
these are alien robots, then where are the aliens who built them?
Okay. Alright, so gun and mace work pretty well.
I have a feeling it's something that needs to be charged up. I think I'm supposed to shoot it.
Don't shoot a gun at something you're not trying to kill, right? That is the first lesson we learned in the army.
I'm supposed to shoot it. Obviously.
Don't shoot anything, for fuck's sake!
I'm gonna shoot it, but I'm gonna get stuff first. Shock grenades, okay, those are pretty solid. Alright, before I do that, let me go... Ooh, a note. After 5 attempts, I've succeeded in immobilizing a robot without burning its central processing unit. I will call it Watson. Come here, Watson, I need you. It keeps making sounds, repeated sequences that could be phrases of some sort of language. It makes sense. The creators of the robots presumably needed a convenient way to communicate with their mechanical servants. I wonder what they look like. They have ears of some sort, I suppose. Taking a break from the interrogation because Watson has lapsed into silence. I'll have to determine a way to motivate it to resume speaking. Oh, forgot to wish myself Merry Christmas. That must explain why those two idiots downstairs seemed so jolly yesterday and the cookies.
The robots know how to talk.
Really good at not getting all that involved from the look of it. Okay, I'm gonna have to shoot it. I mean, there's no other way.
It lit up. It's working.
Why don't you
Nice.
listen to me, Pop? I was kind of hoping that you would outlive me.
Well, what does that make? That doesn't make any sense. You gotta live a little. Yeah, I want to play Prey eventually. I've heard it's a pretty good time. I've also heard it's really, really fun. Uh-oh.
Hello, lads.
All right, think before you do anything else reckless.
Got him.
Into the valley of death rode the 600.
Okay.
I wonder if that's part of my ray gun.
Ray gun upgrade. I'm already getting an upgrade? Heck yeah. Melee hits do more damage when the battery is low, and recharge it with every hit.
If I swing it around when it's a mace, it'll recharge the gun.
Okay, interesting.